Hi everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you 3 ways ChatGPT can improve your programming career. My name is Lauren, and this channel is all about showing you how to become a highly paid IT pro fast. Let's get started. Being a developer is an interesting proposition. On one hand, technology companies are laying off programmers left and right. On the other, the looming prospects of AI appear to make human programmers a thing of the past. Fortunately, reliance on technology is only growing, and labor conditions ebb and flow with economic performance. Being an effective developer means having marketable skills and the ability to drive large amounts of quality work. The same AI predicted to obviate developer jobs in the future can be used now to improve your career prospects by eliminating some of the more mundane aspects of development and letting you focus on developing better and more sophisticated code faster. Let's discuss some of the ways you can use ChatGPT to help improve your programming career. We'll also address some of the pitfalls of relying on ChatGPT for doing the same, and some of the ways you can avoid those issues. How ChatGPT thinks it can help your programming career. I put the question to ChatGPT and can say that it answered the question incorrectly. It did so in a fairly easily verifiable way, which highlights the issues of relying on ChatGPT now for its responses. ChatGPT's language model makes it confident. It uses human and algorithmic feedback to derive correct responses. The language model is also very assertive. It lacks the confidence issues that come with the human qualities of doubt and humility. ChatGPT gets stuff wrong all the time. It also does so in ways that subvert the veracity of its responses. It's one of the qualities that make it a poor drop-in replacement for a writer or programmer today. However, where it's currently a mediocre programmer, it can develop very useful code that requires a little bit of editing. That's where ChatGPT shines when it comes to improving a programming career. More on that in the next section. In this section, I want to highlight how ChatGPT thinks it will help and highlight how it got that wrong. ChatGPT suggested it could help learning new programming languages and concepts by providing explanations and examples. That sounds great in theory, but ChatGPT's accuracy is questionable at present, and some of the explanations and examples may be inaccurate. It's a language engine and a chatbot, not a programming expert. Providing feedback on code. ChatGPT can provide feedback on code, but again, it's not an expert in the space and can provide inaccurate feedback. It's a great start for feedback, and you can leverage that feedback to figure out more about sample code. Helping with problem solving. ChatGPT purported to be able to help with complex programming problems by providing guidance and alternatives. Again, ChatGPT is a language engine and not a programming expert, so take its help with a grain of salt. Career advice. Of all the purported suggestions, this is the most audacious. ChatGPT purported to be able to provide job opportunities and interview tips. When asked to elaborate, it provided the types of jobs that programmers could apply for. The interview tips were equally underwhelming and aren't likely to help you land your dream job. So now that we know how ChatGPT can't help and why, how can it help? ChatGPT may have gotten it wrong, but it hovered around a theme, which was about providing responsive materials to input. That responsiveness is exactly what its language model is designed to do and represents ChatGPT's core functionality. That can benefit programming in a few different ways. Providing model code. As highlighted above, ChatGPT is a mediocre programmer that outputs code with some errors but a lot of potential. With a little editing, code can be turned from non-functional to completely appropriate for a task. That sample code and the process of figuring out the code inaccuracies is critical to understanding how a programming language works and how to diagnose issues. In essence, the errors make you a better programmer. By figuring out what's wrong, you learn what's right. That deductive educational model won't work for everyone. Additionally, ChatGPT might sometimes develop code that's totally inappropriate for a specific need. It should develop more accurate code when prompted differently and will provide more accurate code over time as it has a larger language sample from which to draw. Explaining issues. I highlighted the pitfalls of using ChatGPT for the code feedback and problem-solving use cases it proposed. That doesn't mean that ChatGPT is completely useless in driving improvement. ChatGPT can be useful in identifying specific code issues. When provided sample code and asked to identify an issue, ChatGPT can do that. ChatGPT will even identify issues with code it has generated. Whether or not the improvement is accurate will require testing and editing per the deductive education model. Letting you focus. The combination of the two features above gives you the ability to offload more mundane coding work for editing, evaluation, and refinement. ChatGPT will likely develop code more quickly than you can. Even if that code is inaccurate, you'll be able to modify it to fit your needs. Instead of actively writing code, you can focus more on program structure and functionality. Even if your code isn't modular, you can effectively build a modular program by splicing together different bits of example code. Depending on what you're trying to do and the level of complexity, this might be a Pollyanna-ish ideal. That being said, if you can make it work, you can produce more sophisticated work product quicker. That provides you a serious competitive advantage, the ethics and legality of which aren't the subject of this video. ChatGPT is an incredibly powerful natural language chatbot that could eventually supplant human programmers. It's not there yet by any stretch of the imagination, but that doesn't mean that it can't be helpful and that it can't improve your programming. Don't count on ChatGPT to tell you how it can help, but it'll be able to provide you sample code that can work with a bit of tinkering. It can also contextualize and refine some of that to let you focus on driving sophistication while learning. Check out the video on the right for more content to help you develop your IT career.